Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. To tell you the truth, I haven't actually watched the full Republican National Convention. And the reason for that is because I saw the news first. Kind of caught me off guard. And in fact, that's probably why I'm doing all these videos. It's because I find myself routinely at odds with what's being said in the media. But not just the media too. It's a bit of a character, personality trait of mine, a character defect, some people might even say, and have complained about, and that's actually what I want to talk about, is the fact that I've heard that I'm quite contentious and that I often have an opinion, and some people would say about this opinion that it's one that is often seeking the exact opposite of what somebody's saying in order to offer a rebuttal that's at odds with opinion. Well, their specific opinion, or maybe even a general opinion, depending on what opinion they're putting forward. And I think you guys should understand fairly well what I'm saying here. So, what I want to do is first put straight that it doesn't matter if I'm the first one to bring it up or if somebody else brings it up. This is apparently just a habit of mine. And the fact that it doesn't require somebody else to first offer an opinion, and that it seems pretty across the board that even if I offer my opinion first, people disagree just as often, that my opinion might not necessarily be one that is meant to be contentious. And it could just be that I legitimately see things differently. So this YouTube account, in a way, it could help me out and help me figure out. And while I'm saying this, what I'm going to be figuring out, I want you to keep in mind that if you feel like I do, that's great. But that's not what this video is for, actually. You could follow me and like my videos, and great. I don't really understand the point of all that too much. However, I guess if that's what you do, go for it. What I'm looking for is the people who kind of have a way of explaining what they're trying to say and why they have a different opinion than me. Because I understand if you have a different opinion than me, your opinion is probably normal. Because I apparently have a contentious view on most things. And I understand you may or may not agree with me, and I'm not concerned with whether or not you agree with me. I'm not taking a public opinion poll here. I'm looking specifically for the people who understand why they don't agree with me and can speak about why they don't agree with me to a length. And that's the point of this YouTube channel, because I don't just feel like coming on here and crying all day long on any kind of video for anyone for any reason. That's not going to be the point of this. The point of this is the fact that their contentious views are what split and make America. It seems like I have a rather strong one, and I want to find some other people who have a rather strong one as well. And if you can help me out, really what you should be doing, please, is sharing my video. That would help find someone really knows their mind and our mind, or maybe their opinions exactly 99% of the time they're right. It's the same as everyone else. Oh my goodness, I would love to find that person, and they can tell me why I'm wrong every time. Love it. So please, with this Republican National Convention, the reason why I think that it's the exact opposite in the media of what it actually is because Hillary Clinton is not entitled. End of story. And if you look at what, I don't know if it was an actual quote, but I only saw the media, and according to the media, Trump said that she is not entitled to make a mistake, and he is absolutely right. Nobody, himself included, which is why I think his speech was all about the fact that he wasn't wrong. He said nobody's entitled to make a mistake. That's a fact. And so then you ask the question why, and that's a good question. At that point, you have a great question. Why is it that Mike Pence? And he has the answer for you that he is claiming to be, because Mike Pence is meant to draw the party together with his platform. It's to stabilize his alternative, his independent ideas for the Republican base. And he says that's why he included Mr. Pence as his vice president. I mean, darn it, if he gets assassinated, then you know what? You have a full-fledged Republican up there. You know what? That sounds pretty darn good. That's a great deal. And I don't know what he's getting in return for Mike Pence, and I'm sure he is getting something in return. He didn't just flippaloozily, I hope not, call Mike Pence up one day and say, hey, I've never heard of you before, but someone said that I was thinking about making you my running mate, so I might as well call you and ask you about making you my running mate. Who thinks that was what happened? Because I don't. What we're left at the end of this is whether or not Trump strongly supported himself and what is going on between them. I would say that, if anything, it was a great performance. The whole question is at the end of this, what does Mr. Pence look like while he's on camera? Does he still look like Mr. Pence, or does he look like Chris Christie, the haunting ghost? I don't have any special names for him. It's Chris Christie, the haunting ghost. Nobody wants a haunting ghost over their shoulder. We just had Joe Biden. Are you kidding me? Joe Biden. You can't get Joe Biden. We got Joe Biden for 8 years. We had Joe Biden! We had Joe Biden! We had Joe Biden! But now we're going to have... actually, I don't even know who Hillary Clinton's running mate is. Haha, it's like... Anyways, let me know what you think. What's going on here? Why is it that he really made a mistake? What's the mistake there? I don't see it. Actually, I forgot. There was one point. And this video didn't even really make much sense. I thought I was missing out on a point. The second point, because the first point's never anything. It's the second point that rounds it off. Mr. Trump, I'm trying to figure out if you're running against the Democratic Party, like they're not the cool kids, like they're not the cool club, like it's not okay, then why does it seem like you have someone who makes just as many mistakes as the Democratic Party as your running mate? That's the question that everybody's trying to ask. If you're so much cooler than the Democrats, then why is your running mate just as bad as the Democrats? And unfortunately, I think his answer is going to be, you can't expect everyone to be as good as me. But that's not really a good enough answer, because there are people, like, this is Mr. Trump we're talking about, dude. I mean, I can get into that. Mr. Trump has got plenty to brag about, I think. I think we all forget, all of these candidates are in their, late years in life. The presidency is usually something done late in life, but imagine if any one of these go and do all 8 years. Oldest president, right there. So they are all incredibly old, but it's surprising how old Mr. Trump is when you look at him. He could be in his 50s, I swear. And it's remarkable, really. He looks younger than Hillary. And Hillary's, I don't know how easy it is to keep a woman de-aged, but darn it, he's as old as my grandpa. And I'm old enough to have, not a teenager, but I'm old enough to have somebody who's like, I gotta worry about talking to them about the birds and the bees. If I had a kid early in life, I could have already have had a period with them or coached them through a condom. So, Done. Actually, too late. I gotta finish